I'm just going to go over the really 3 parts to focus on with 2 minutes to midnight. So the first part, all these transitions. The first one we have, I'm going to recommend working on quarter notes as your beats. So you have I'm just going to count it off on a 1, even though we're starting on beat 3, because I'm not counting the 8th notes right now, counting quarter notes. So basically you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's how you're going to approach that part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's the first thing to focus on. The second one, also going to be quarter notes, so I'm just going to start counting with the 1. We have the next transition part, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, go ahead, just switch your hand over there at that point. Just move to the other 2 fingers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last transition thing to do is the one where it's going back to the beginning of this whole verse or pre-chorus. So where you're doing this chord here, back into that. So that sounded pretty good when you did the 8th note, so you should be able to do the 8th note still on here. So basically you'd have your, coming on a count of 3, you'd have 3, 4, and 1. So working on that as well. 3, 4, and 1. And just those little sections, getting those down as clean as possible. So the first 2 things in the video, quarter notes. Follow the quarter note subdivision. Basically divide the beat up into quarter notes there. So the 8th note would get a count of 1. The quarter note gets a count of 2 in this case because we're changing the way we're looking at it. But the last one, the transition piece that takes you back to the beginning of the pre-chorus, go ahead and do the 8th note subdivision there so things are back to normal. So if you have any questions with that, let me know, but hopefully that makes sense. But I mean, like that palm mute thing you did with the... No, that's not what it was. I don't even remember what it was, but basically it was sounding. It really did sound good. It sounded really good. So you definitely have it in your ability to make it happen. It's I know it seems tedious and it can be kind of boring sometimes, but it's one of those necessary evils to get really damn good. But you'll get it. Just stick with it, man. I know you can do it. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you again in a week.